down right there. Look at that dust. Well, right after we got set up down here at what we call the creek bottom, 4 hogs came in, and one of them winded us. The biggest one, he took back off that direction, but one of the bigger ones and 2 small ones stayed and kind of fed around the edge of that feeder pen, and I ended up busting it with this new Umarex Nitro Javelin. I mean, you know, it's a small arrow set up right here, slinging out of here mid 300 feet per second, generating some pretty good energy with about just under 300 grain projectile. And I mean, he did that when you watched it. It's 22 yards. It blew right through it. It didn't go 30 yards and was plowing dirt and it was down. So we're gonna go recover it real quick, load it up, head on back, learn a little bit more about these guys. These are cool.
This week on the Yamaha Whitetail Diaries, we're back at the ranch in South Texas. It's early December and we've got a full house. With the daylight hours spent either hunting or earning your keep, it's the evenings with old friends around the fire where it really happens. We've got the usual cast of characters around this week, along with a special treat. Umarex Airgun's Rustin Bates is with us, and he's got a handful of options for everybody to experience. First up is the Nitro Javelin. Cartridge-powered, the Nitro Javelin is compact, lightweight, and accurate.
Yeah, the Nitro Javelin, it's a really cool looking gun. I mean, it shoots an arrow at about 380 feet per second. The accuracy is phenomenal, but what's really cool about it is you no longer need a compressor to fill it. It's PCP. It uses the Nitro air cylinders. It's convenient, it's affordable, and it's another cool product.
If you're looking for something with a little more firepower, might want to check out the Umarex Primal 20.
My favorite big bore would have to be the Primal. It's the ease of use with it. It's a 20 gauge shotgun. It uses a slug, a 395 grain slug, 2-shot magazine, and shooting about 780 feet per second.
This is our first shot with the Umarex Primal. We made an adjustment and I think we're good to go with that.
Technically a 20 gauge shotgun. Switch out the choke and head to the stand. You've got a big bore for big game, and it's more than capable.
It's interchangeable chokes with Browning and Vector chokes. It's lightweight. I mean, I'm shooting under an inch groups at 50 yards. I've shot on the range out to 100, and I'm confident that I could hit a whitetail at 100 yards with it. And yeah, it's a fun gun, powerful gun, and I'm impressed with it.
For his first sit of the week, Rustin had the Primal in position when a group of free-ranging Aoudad came barging in.
It was right off the bat. I mean, we had action. I mean, as soon as it got daylight, I spotted an Aoudad coming in. And
native to North Africa, the Aoudad was first introduced to Texas in the 1950s, proliferating in the hot, dry climate. As an introduced species, they're available to hunt year-round. With an overabundance on the ranch, they can be a nuisance to the native species, and management hunts for breeding ewes have proven to be effective.
Finally got the opportunity, the shot opportunity, and took the shot at about 30, 35 yards.
Shot looked good. Looked good to me. Yeah. What do you think? First time, first morning, first set, South Texas. Right at daylight, a group of Aoudad came in, and I just smoked a nice ewe with a
Oh, there she is right there. I told you I didn't think she'd go past that tree. Look at that. It's awesome. Ain't that awesome? Let's get this gun set down. Texas Aoudad with a Primal. 20 gauge air gun. That's my first Aoudad. First animal with a Primal. And I'm pumped. I mean, the Primal 20 gauge is, I mean, it's 300, 400 grain bullet. I mean, it knocked them down. It was impressive.
This week's entry in the Yamaha Whitetail Diaries. It's early December, and we're spending a week at the ranch with a group of friends. With most everyone else chasing whitetail and Aoudad, Wade's on pig patrol. Hunting with the Umarex Primal 20, he's put out some record rack golden nugget in an area that's recently been overrun with wild hogs. As expected, it wasn't long before he had them in his sight.
Hit him. I hit him right where I was aiming. You know, the air guns, we've been playing with air guns a lot here from Umarex the last 4 or 5 seasons. They're not just an air gun. They are a legitimate hunting, asset. Gus shot one of the largest Aoudad ever taken with an air gun.
Hunting with the Nitro Javelin and looking for a management opportunity, Record Rack's Gus Duncan got the opportunity of a lifetime when this big ewe stepped into range.
We're looking around, and there's one that I just kept thinking was a young ram. And got to looking, and I'm like, hey, I see no male parts. I think that might be a ewe. And then lo and behold, it was a ewe, and I'm gonna tell you, it was a masher of a ewe. Once she finally gave us a shot, we took it, and that ewe didn't go 30, 40 yards, and she just kind of piled up in the brush. I'm gonna tell you, she was one heck of a ewe. I mean, she's one of the biggest I've ever had an opportunity to harvest. Finally got her to position herself right and everybody move out of the way. Let the javelin fly and found her. So this is a big old ewe. She is super duper heavy, super duper healthy. I mean, I'm ecstatic about this one. So the Nitro Javelin is an Umarex air bow that shoots a little bitty arrow really, really fast. It's lighter, it's smaller, it's more compact, and man, it's just a pretty cool little piece of equipment.
So, with an Aoudad in the cooler, Gus headed back out on day 2 to a spot where Wade had been seeing some activity on the stealth cam game cameras.
The goal plan, we were gonna hunt an area called the Big Perdido. The night before, we went and put out a record rack deer block, hopefully to bring something in and kind of hold it in the area.
In addition to the record rack deer block, he topped off the feeder with golden deer nuggets. The next morning, that few minutes of preparation paid off.
So, first thing that morning, we got in there as quiet as we could, and eventually one popped out, and we were like, oh, that may be what we're looking for. He actually came over and was checking out that record rack deer block, and that's where we was able to actually get a shot. So we took the shot, and immediately I knew it was a little bit further back than what I was comfortable with. We knew we was gonna have to get him some time. We seen where he went, we seen him run off. We were able to pick up a trail that he had went down and kind of got to searching, and before you know it, about 150 yards later, we were able to recover him.
Tell me about it.
Well, this is where patience pay off. If we'd have come in here in a big rush, we'd have bumped this deer and we'd have never found him. It wasn't a great shot. Way further back than what I like. But we gave him plenty of time, hoping we could come in, find him in the first place that he bedded down and not jump him. And that's exactly what happened.
Whether you're shooting for sport or tradition, the Umarex airgun offers something new. Learn about our line of pistols, air archery, and big bore rifles at umarexusa.com. It's early morning. Leaving camp well before sunrise, we're heading out with Buck Bourbon's George Cummins.
First morning we go out on the deer hunt, and it's still dark. The moon was super bright, and you could actually see animals moving around. They actually had shadows. That's how bright the moon was. And we hadn't been there probably 10 minutes, still dark, and I heard a buck snort wheeze out in front of me, and I looked up, and I could just see his body, so I got my binoculars up, and it was actually the buck that I ended up harvesting. He left on a doe, went into a thicket, and sun come up. I mean, it maybe was 30 minutes after we had shooting light. I look up, and here comes the doe back, and he's right behind her, so. He comes in, takes a while to give me a shot because there was a bunch of other deer in the way, and he was quartering to or facing straight away. Once I got the right angle and took the shot, it dropped him in his tracks. I'm telling you, these air guns are so much fun. I'm definitely excited. This is my first Texas whitetail. My first animal period with the new Umarex. Now, I've hunted with Umarex before, but the hammer is what I hunted with, which is the 50 cal, and I love that gun. But this gun is, it's a lot more versatile, like we were talking about. You can turn it into a shotgun if you want to try to, kill turkeys, squirrels, whatever you want to shoot with it. We're going to play around with it a little bit more this afternoon so I can become more familiar with the gun. But from what I saw right here, it'll get the job done on anything. This was my first time ever shooting the Primal 20, and I honestly can say that it is one of the most accurate air rifles I've ever shot. It's amazing how accurate that gun is and how powerful that gun is. I mean, it's dropped every animal I have shot with it in its track. He was probably pushing like 45, 50 yards. And I mean, put it right behind the shoulder and just dropped him, absolutely dropped him. I mean, look at the G2. Such a cool deer. You can tell he's old. Look how blocky his head is. No brow tines. I mean, just an old deer.
The effectiveness of the Umarex Primal 20 is unrivaled in the air gun market. For more, we'll give it back to Rustin.
Hey guys, this is Rustin from Umarex USA. Today I want to show you the Umarex Primal 20 gauge shotgun. What's cool about this shotgun is it shoots the sabot and also shot shell. The shotgun also has interchangeable chokes, and I'll show you that. It's a Browning and Vector choke, and from my personal experience, it patterns well. No issues killing a turkey. I'm excited to hunt with it this spring. Another cool feature about this shotgun is it can be cocked, and also if you don't want to shoot your deer or just for safety practices, you can decock it to travel safe with it. It's 4,000 PSI, shoots 780 feet per second with this 385 grain sabot. Also, another cool feature is the cocking handle is ambidextrous, so you can unscrew it from this side if you're a left-handed shooter, whatever your personal preference is. And to air this up to 4,000 PSI, you can use the Umarex Ready Air Gen 2 as a new product that we have out. And it's pretty easy here. So you attach the Foster fitting, turn the Ready Air to on, close the bleed valve, set your pressure to 4,000 PSI, turn it on. Once the Ready Air is done, it has an auto shut-off feature when it reaches your desired pressure setting. And next, you bleed the valve, and that bleeds the air off the line. You disconnect the Foster fitting, and you're ready to hunt.
Learn more at umarexusa.com. Back on the final entry in this week's Yamaha Whitetail Diaries, we're back in the field with Umarex Air Guns Rustin Bates. Having taken an Aoudad right out of the gate on day one, he's reloaded and ready for any options.
Yeah, so the next time we went to the dead end stand, and man, was it a good hunt. As soon as we got there, we had whitetail on us. Wasn't long after that, we had some Aoudad. So we probably had, I don't know, we say probably 15, 20 Aoudad in that group all together. Finally, they came in.
So they're used to going in.
And it was pretty cool. We had a ram. I picked out a ram that I wanted to shoot and never would offer a shot opportunity. Finally got him got him in the right position, broadside. He was about 25, 30 yards.
Damn it. Right there. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Go for it.
Hitting right behind the shoulder, the Umarex is once again on target.
I put a good shot on him and felt good about it, and he didn't go 20 yards and he fell over. Waited about 30 minutes and we were packing up, and then we seen a 10 point. I spotted a 10 point. It's just kind of out of the corner of my eye. As soon as I seen it, I knew, man, he was a shooter. He has a nice body, big buck, big rack. Yeah, it's one that you just can't pass up. He came in and he circled us a little bit around the feeder. Finally, it was probably the last 10 minutes of shooting light. We had the opportunity, and at pretty much the same place the Aoudad was, and he offered a broadside shot.
Good right there. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Okay, I'm on him. Okay.
And once again, the Umarex finds its mark.
I shot a stud 10 point, South Texas, with a Primal 20 gauge shotgun, an air gun. I'm pumped. We were actually packing up. I shot an Aoudad earlier, and we were packing up to leave, and some whitetail came in, and then a 10 point. Oh, I can't talk.
The Umarex Primal, it puts a hole in them. 20 gauge slug, 385 grain bullet. I mean, they don't go far. It whops them. We doubled up on an Aoudad and a solid 10 point, and I was pumped. Free range whitetail, Aoudad, and hogs down here. That's a hunter's dream come true. You always have action in South Texas. And it's a fun place. It's cool scenery down here. It's windy and dry, but it's fun. Hunting with the Umarex Primal, the Nitro Javelin, some cool products. What more could you ask for as a hunter? And yeah, it's a pretty sweet opportunity.
And with that, we'll wrap up another chapter in the Yamaha Whitetail Diaries. A big thanks to Rustin and everybody over at Umarex. It's a great product, and we look forward to future generations. Keep up at umarexusa.com. And as always, Yamaha side-by-sides and ATVs are the workhorse of our industry. Whether you're racing, ranching, or hunting, match your needs at yamahamotorsports.com. Keep up with the Yamaha Whitetail Diaries on social media. We're easy to find. We'll see you next week, right here on the Yamaha Whitetail Diaries.